Shamrock Tarot General Reading, Rules Could Be Reversed, May Not Resonate. This is for a Virgo. This is called the next round of meetings. Readings are for general. So this is a Virgo general message. I kind of jump in the gun here because you're getting impatient, which is fine. But you got to learn to be good. Everybody's at the Apollo Hall right now. We have to wait for all the slow ones to catch up. Okay, that's why we go into retrogrades. Because some people are just really, really, really slow. Drinking mineral water, something you might need. See your voice getting better. You're buying some of the food I've been suggesting. Your thyroid starts getting messed up when you're a woman and you're not eating the right foods and gaining weight. That's okay. Anyways, that's not for you. That's for other women that are starving themselves. Let's see here. Okay, this thing that you're talking about, you're wandering off, which is fine, but now you're starting, going on a 30-minute lecture on something that you have no idea what you're talking about. This syndrome, anything that says syndrome or theory next to it is not valid in the D as in dog, S as in Sam, M, DSM. Okay, that is the book that you want to reference to that psychologists use to diagnose and treat people, okay, in the mental health system. This syndrome theory was just something real quick that a psychologist wrote about trying to get a name for themselves in the 1970s. It's not valid, okay? It's not real. Wherever you got all this information from, where did you get all those bullet points from? You need to cite where your resources are. That's a law. When you're going to school, okay, and you're writing a paper, you have to write your resources in quotes where you got this information from, okay? You need to be very careful. There are psychics that gotten sued, so you can go read about them, okay? You don't want to get sued now. You're already, kind of broke as it is, trying to, change your budget around. So when I told you this is a book you need Sigmund Freud's Interpretation of Dreams. It's like 500 pages long. It's not a hard book. It's an easy book to read. You can read it over the summer. It's very easy. Sigmund Freud, Interpretation of Dreams. Now that book, that is the last book he wrote before him and Carl Jung, broke away because of the theorist. Freud is more of where the terminology came, everything getting a code number. Anything that you're diagnosed with gets a code number, okay? And that's medical and psychology. And his theories were based on, is this medical? Is this trauma like it happened in trauma doesn't have to be childhood. Trauma can be anything. Trauma could be me witnessing my mother getting raped, me witnessing somebody getting run over by a bus. Trauma is not the same as PTSD. Now, PTSD is more of people who have triggers, like people who are in war, okay? People who have suffered massive amounts of trauma and depression throughout their life, and they have triggers now. And that's what the PTSD is. It's a trigger, okay? And then it triggers in a cycle of depression and stuff like that, okay? So you need to be very careful. You have no idea what you're talking about. Then Jung came in, okay? And that's where his theories were based on the projection is what you're talking about, okay? That's a Carl Jung theory. And this is where the egotism and the theorism comes in, but you can't prove it, okay? So medical terminology and a diagnosis code, you can prove that, and you will see that when you get the DSM book, okay? And psychologists, they study this from like year 2 in college and all have at least 2 master's degrees and basically have that book memorized, okay? Anyways, now, the projection theory is kind of what you're saying, that people are getting bullied because it's something that they went through as a child but you're making it like it's the victim's fault that they're getting bullied, and that's not the truth. The truth is, the problem is the people who are bullying, not the victim. Okay, so you're wrong on that. Geez, oh man. Okay, so you can start off wherever on any of them points that I just brought up for you. You got at least a page long of things that you can write at least a 3-page essay on. Okay, now you're not qualified to be diagnosing anybody. All states are different for requirements to be. That's why they don't use the word I'm a health coach anymore, or I'm a coach, or I forget those old terms that were pretty popular like 10 years ago. They're not using them anymore because people are getting sued. Okay, there are laws and regulations for you to be able to validate or prove that you have experience in doing this. Okay, so I've been doing what I do for a very long time. I know people still think I'm young, but I'm not young. I'm middle age, okay? I have multiple degrees starting in 2008. My work experience started when I was 15. Okay, I have proof of everything, documented work hours from the time I was 15 years old. Okay, that's all documented through my work history through the IRS and Social Security. Okay. They document when you work at a real job and you turn that in, they document that from day one. Okay, your work history. Yes, I vape. Okay. Now, I've been doing this, everything, all my reactions and my papers, everything was posted on Facebook. And then I got a new Facebook page because I started a new life. So that's why I got a new Facebook page. Everything is Shamrock Tarot. You can find me. All my stuff is public. I don't know why people complain that they can't find me or get a hold of me. The only people who have my phone number are like my boyfriend, my kids, my family, and the friends that I'm supposed to be talking to. It's not my fault that they can't keep a phone number or want to talk to me through social media. I don't talk through social media through any messaging systems. I use SM, okay, because I keep things private. Anybody, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can comment and say whatever you want. It's an open book on Facebook. You have to be a friend though. What else? What I do, I don't offer any private messages. I don't make people pay for extended stuff to get more information. Everything is public and for everybody to witness freely. Okay, anybody can click on any message for any sign and get the information that I'm talking about. I post the same amount as anybody else. So, I post about 40 minutes a day. That's it. That's all I can do. Okay. I can't do any editing or any stupid fishy stuff, nothing. That's all that I'm allowable, that my body can handle. Okay. When I take off or anything like that, I post it on Facebook. All my bulletins are posted. My notes and my bulletins are blasted on Facebook. So there's no excuses for that. I don't use Instagram. That's personal. Or not TikTok. Yeah, TikTok's Shamrock Tarot. It's all Shamrock Tarot. My brother is a computer designer. He was in a project. He'll be doing my website for me. And I have a private email, shamrocktarot@outlet.com. That's through Microsoft. I'm not answering anything through there. I don't have to. I'm not doing personal readings right now. I don't need to be told, great job, thank you for your help, this and that. I don't need any praise and bells and whistles. And when I did have the comments open, there were more negative comments than positive comments. So I turned them off because I'm not sitting there reading because someone's having a bad day and they want to take that on me. They need to learn how to do that on their own, okay? Not bully and hurt people because they're having something internally going on with them, okay? Now, as far as my licenses go, okay, I have an associate's degree in human resource management, which is business and accounting and psychology. Okay, human resources, that's psychology. That's not sociology, that's psychology. Okay, sociology, that is welfare. Okay, social workers, that's not psychology, that is welfare. Okay, then I got my bachelor's degree and I got a full-time job. While I was getting my bachelor's degree, I got a double major in human resource management and technology. So I got a second layer of psychology. It starts, like I said, in like your second year in college. That's how many classes you have to take. Okay, so I got advanced psychology, all my other psychology classes, applied psychology, social psychology, women's psychology, blah, 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 blah. More business classes. Okay, so all my business law classes. Okay, financial management classes. I went to a very good private Catholic school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Carlow University. You can look it up. I have at least 150 transferable college credits that I've earned, and I graduated with academic recognition. Okay, I took all my stuff down off my page because I was not approachable for people to date me. So I took down everything. Okay, I was president of Women on a Missions Club, president of the Parents Club. Okay, I've earned a VIP award, and I also earned an award from the Philadelphia Congress. Okay, I have a plaque at the Philadelphia Congress and this big long award. I was the highest paid graduate from CCAC, the community college, ever to graduate. Okay, now when I got hired after my associate's degree and I was going to school to get my bachelor's degree, I worked full-time at a mental health personal care home where I managed over a revolving door of 70 mental health patients and a staff for 2 buildings. Okay, I was the general manager of 2 mental health personal care homes, where over the almost 10 years that I worked there, I have received over 100 accountable credits, hours, whatever you want. It's different if you're getting a certificate in something, it's different. It goes by hours. It's not credit, it goes by hours. I have over 100 documented hours from Mercy Behavioral Health, okay, and also Western Psychiatric Behavioral Health of Pittsburgh, okay. We have 2 of them here, okay. We're one of the #1 top mental health places in the U.S., okay. So I have all that, plus I was general manager. Then I'm a licensed personal care home administrator from Penn State. That's another 100 hours for personal care home administrator that's given to me by welfare. Okay, so I have that from Penn State University. Okay, then I wanted to study something that I wanted to study because I was getting bored and I wasn't doing anything with the human resources besides doing paperwork and stupid stuff like that. So I didn't want to waste my time on finishing HR and working at the Borough Department of Labor. Like, ew, no. Okay, because I'm a social person. So I studied all my gemology. That was like 2 years studying all the gems that I wanted to study. Then another 2 years of studying the Bible. Now the Bible's stuff, I don't get into YouTube because I like to keep my messages at 20 to 30 minutes long because that's how long a TV show is, okay? That's why I keep mine at the minutes that I do. I have a logic behind that. All the Bible stuff, all that stuff gets posted on Facebook. I keep everything posted on my page. That's my book. It says Facebook on there, okay? That's mine. I could delete and change and write whatever I want without feeling like I'm going to get sued, okay? Because if someone's going to use something against me, I said that's called plagiarism, #1. #2, that's deprivation of character, okay? And that's what Donald Trump is going through, okay? So if you want to get into politics too, okay, I mean, all the news anchors, if you follow the news, okay, so I follow the news too, okay, so I know what's going on around my surroundings. You know, all the news anchors that are missing since Donald Trump, you know, wasn't on president anymore, he's suing all them personally, okay? So there's all that going on in society right now. Now, then I got my master's degree in spiritual formation, but it's not a place where I can transfer. It's not a real place. I can't transfer my credits to somewhere and get another degree, okay? And then it was like, okay, I gotta stop. So then on top of all my schooling, I have everything that I ever written, okay? All my essays, everything. I have like 5 jump drives completely packed with all the stuff that I do. The IT stuff, wasn't really into the IT. I'm a graphic designer and artist, so I have all that stuff. I have all my photography, everything that I've ever done, I've done on my own, okay? So the stuff that I say is valid, okay? I don't need to go over that every time I do a message because I have all of it. I don't need to be on LinkedIn. Some older lady was trying to tell me I need to be on LinkedIn so I can have all my stuff listed. No, I don't, because I have it and I'm not looking for a job. So I don't need to be on LinkedIn, okay? I don't need to have all my stuff thrown out there like that because I have all of it, okay? I had a picture with all my awards and degrees, and that was real intimidating for people, so I took that down because it's very intimidating, okay? And it makes people, not like me. And I already have all these people that want to kill me and have hits out on me and like 14 decibels going out. It's just ridiculous when all I do is help people and counsel people and guide people and tell them what they need to do to get them on the right path. Okay, so yeah, I am allowed to tell somebody, go to your PCP and get on an antidepressant. Because when I have like 5 or 6 women between the ages of 35 and 45 who are happily married in happily committed relationships, who have 2 or 3 boyfriends, and then want to kill somebody because their boyfriend breaks up with them because they found somebody finally that they're falling in love with. And then I get death threats to me, okay, and then they're threatening to commit suicide because their boyfriend, when they're married, dumped them. Yeah, we got problems here. When I got a group of women, so this is more than one woman that I'm talking to, are having these psychological patterns, okay? So any PCP, a real PCP, can prescribe you an antidepressant. They're so prescribed right now that the psychologists don't even want to deal with it, okay? Because it's tedious. It's not like mental health anymore, okay? And some of them, you have to be at your PCP every 3 to 6 months to a year, even sometimes up to 3 years at your PCP, on and off different antidepressants before the psychologist will even see you, okay? Just a little FYI there for you, okay? So anything else, I'm not being mean to you. I am stressing to you that this is serious things, and this is the second time I warned you about this.